What's up, my dudes? Paramoto here. How are you guys doing today? Today I am doing just fantastic. Got my music a little bit too loud. I can't even hear myself talk. So guys, welcome to today's video. Guys, if you haven't already, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down below. It helps me out a ton. So guys, today what I want to talk about is my next major road trip on this Harley Davidson Roadster Sportster. Oh, dude, I just want to get not buy that guy anymore. Anyway, so I want to talk about my next giant road trip on the Roadster. So my next road trip is going to be probably about 2,000 miles or so, and it's going to be an East Coast road trip. So there's a couple things that I've learned throughout my years of being a motorcyclist that does road trips, is the fact that I don't like doing more than 400 miles in a day. So I've learned through the years that the more miles that you put on during a road trip, the less likely you are to really enjoy it. Like, stop and enjoy. You know, like, I don't go on a road trip just to, like, experience the freeway. That's not the fun part. The fun part is seeing everything. So I'm going to limit myself to 400 miles a day. What I would like to do is I would like to do 200 miles in the morning and another 200 miles in the evening time. That way I can stop, I can, you know, get lunch somewhere, take my time, explore a new city, and just generally enjoy myself. So what is the plan when it comes down to the route? Well, that's the big thing that I want to talk about today. So the route that I think I have planned is going to be basically an out and then in sort of plan. It's like the Millennium Falcon. So these plans are always subject to change, but the big thing that I want to do is I want to start out in Raleigh, North Carolina. And then what I want to do is I want to go from Raleigh, and then I want to do 200 miles into Virginia, DC area, and then 200 more miles up into, I believe that would bring me into Pennsylvania. 200 miles into Virginia, and then 200 more miles will take you most likely into Pennsylvania. Why am I doing this? Well, the whole point is to do a big loop, okay? Not to go up and then like turn around and come back down and hit the same things, because that's no fun. So it'll be 200 miles into Virginia, 200 miles into Pennsylvania-ish area, you know. Whoa now. Whoa now. Wow. Jesus. Hey! That guy don't give a single F. Well, the first day will take us most likely into Pennsylvania, and then the second day I'm hoping to go up into like upstate New York. So we're gonna do 400 more miles in a upward swing through on to New York. Most of this swing is going to be a lot of me, you know, hanging out rural areas, moto camping. I cannot wait to start moto camping. Look at that little dog. It's just like a little dog. So most of the first 2 days are going to be me moto camping. And just basically solo riding, being by myself, and just generally enjoying the countryside of life. After about the first 2 days, we're going to start working down into... I got to get out from behind this garbage truck. I'm about to throw up. It stinks. First 2 days are going to be mostly rural moto camping. After that, what I would like to do is I would like to start swinging on into all the fun cities and everything. I'm going to hit basically every state in New England is going to be hit during this trip. After New York, we're going to start basically kind of flattening the curve, COVID joke, and we're going to start heading over to like Maine. That's the big state that we're going to be heading to. So we're going to see New Hampshire, Vermont, and then we're going to head into Maine. I'd like to go to like Portland, Maine. I don't know what's this way, so we're gonna go this way. I'd like to go into like Portland, Maine, because I've never been there. I've never been to Maine. After Maine, we're gonna start looping on down. Remember, about 400 miles a day. We're gonna come down. I'd like to go through like Massachusetts, and I'd like to go to Salem, to be honest. You know, Salem I think is really cool. I love ghost stuff and like the whole Halloween culture. So, you know, being able to go to Salem would be really cool. So we're gonna go like down through like Maine, and like we're gonna hit on that downward trek. We're gonna hit Maine, we're gonna hit Connecticut, we're gonna hit, you know, Massachusetts, we're gonna hit Rhode Island, and then we're gonna get on to New York City. From New York, we're gonna go straight down. We're gonna go straight down from New York City. I don't know if you guys know about this, but you can basically make a straight line from New York City to Virginia Beach if you go through Delaware. Honestly, I don't know anybody in Delaware. That's not the reason why I want to go through Delaware, besides for just checking it off. But I just generally, on that edge of the trip, I want to go through the coast. and I want to be along the ocean, and I want to see beaches and fun stuff, and this is most likely going to be during the summertime. So I'm going to go along, you know, basically New England during summertime. I think it'd be really cool. So after New York City, the main goal is, it's kind of weird, but after New York City, the next big city that we're going to try to go to is Virginia Beach. And it's just because going straight through Delaware, there's a bridge that goes from Delaware right into Virginia. It's kind of weird. I never knew about it, but it's a pretty big bridge slash tunnel, and it takes you right there. It's basically getting you away from all the DC kind of garbage traffic. And then from Virginia Beach, we're just going to bring it on back to the house and bring it on back to Raleigh. I'm going to show you the maps of what I'm thinking about. Everything that I'm going to do on this road trip is going to be very subject to change. There's not going to be a single day that is up for, I mean, there's not going to be a single rigid day. Like I watched videos from people like As the Magpie Flies. She does a lot of videos on, you know, her touring of the United States on a motorcycle, and I'll be honest with you, she's very rigid. She's very rigid in her planning of her trips. I don't like to be. So we're gonna go about 200 miles in the morning, about 200 miles in the afternoon, and after that, whatever happens, and kind of like wherever we end up is wherever we end up, you know. And if there's something that I want to go see, like the world's largest ball of twine, then we're gonna go see the world's largest ball of twine. Like, that's just kind of a joke, but so the name of the game is gonna be flexibility, and just, you know, enjoying of the trip is going to be the name of the game. We're going to do the best that we can to moto camp. It's going to be easy in some places, not so easy in others. We might just have to do an Airbnb, you know, and it just is what it is. We'll just see how it works. I don't think I'm going to mod this bike out for it, besides for adding a fuel can. I already have a giant sissy bar bag with camping gear on there too. I'll probably be able to make that all work. And I'll probably have actually a more comfortable riding setup, because I'll be able to like lean back and kick my legs out if I want. So it's gonna be a lot of just going out on the road and enjoying yourself, which is what motorcycles are all about, you know. Of course, there will be moto vlogs that happen the entire way. We will be doing moto vlogs. We'll have moto vlogs doing this shit at night. We'll have moto vlogs just basically the entire way. So it should be a really good trek. It should be a very fun, jaunty trek around northeastern United States. One of the biggest reasons why I wanted to get a motorcycle is just to have freedom and just to do cool things. Doing this kind of stuff is really bringing me back to my motorcycle roots, really bringing me back to what I want to do on motorcycles and how I want to live my life. So I'm excited about planning it. I'm excited to share my trip with you guys. One thing that I want to say is that at any point during this route, you find yourself wanting to join in, and I've posted the route during this video, please feel free to send me an email and we'll hook up. You can join me for any leg or any amount of this trip you want. You want to go 100 miles, let's go 100 miles. You want to go 1,000, that's cool too. You want to hang out for a whole day, let's go. You're more than welcome, and my email is going to be posted down below as well as in the video. And I'll just tell you what it is. It's paramoto959@gmail.com. But anyway, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are excited for a moto trip, because I am super excited for a moto trip. Like I said, if you want to join me for any length of it, you guys are more than welcome. Throw me an email when we go. I'll give you guys an update when it's going to happen. I'm hoping sometime this summer. I just need to get some camping equipment with me together. I need to get some camping equipment together, because I really have none right now. I love when I do stuff like that, and like I always think about people that are like, oh yeah, Sportsters can't even get out of their own way, they're so slow. And it's like, a motorcycle is still going to be one of the fastest things on the road. It doesn't matter, you know. And anyway, this thing has more torque than my Panigale does. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you haven't already, just go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button down below. It helps me out a ton. Anyway guys, I will see you guys on the road. Deuces.